Hey guys, this is the follow-up video to my Thought of the Day series on Samuel Johnson's statement, where we talked about the thought as better to be sometimes cheated rather than never trusting at all. And I explained that in that video. And in this lesson, this small video, I actually wanted to talk to you about Samuel Johnson. And I personally have a very strong belief that as a generation, as a group of people who have been growing up in today's India in the last 50 odd years, we have been fed heroes by the media. We've been fed heroes by our surroundings, and unfortunately, in that blitz, we lose out on finding the real heroes we should actually look at and we should appreciate. So this is a small endeavor from my side to connect you to some great people through their thoughts as well as through their life histories. And Samuel Johnson was a great guy, and as I said, I would want you to read about him. And this goes. I mean, I'm quite sure if you read about him, just go. When I say read about him, just start with the Wikipedia, and then you get interested more in that person. You read a little bit more about him, etc. You read his works, etc. So Samuel Johnson was a great guy, 18th century English playwright, author, lexicographer, and that's the interesting part. And I wanted to pick up a very interesting anecdote from one of his supposed interactions, and the story goes such. In 1746, a group of publishers approached Johnson with an idea about creating an authoritative dictionary of the English language. So he signed a contract with Wiliam Strahan and Associates. They must have been publishers, and the contract at that time was worth 1,500 guineas. It was signed on the morning of 18 June 1746. Imagine 300 years ago we are talking about. And Johnson claimed that he could finish the project in 3 years. And in comparison, and this is interesting, in comparison, the Académie Française, the French Academy, had 40 scholars spending 40 years to complete their dictionary, which prompted Johnson to claim, and this shows you the character and the confidence of this guy. So Johnson claims, based on this comparison, that he's saying that I'll write this dictionary in 3 years, and the Académie Française has hired 40 scholars for 40 years to complete the dictionary. So Johnson's statement is this. This is the proportion, and now I'm straight away quoting Johnson. This is the proportion. Let me see. 40 times 40 is 1600. As 3 to 1600, so is the proportion of an Englishman to a Frenchman. And the great thing about Johnson, although he did not complete the work in 3 years, his dictionary, a dictionary of the English language, which was one of the most authoritative dictionaries, early dictionaries of the English language in the 18th century. This dictionary got published in 8 years, 1755, 9 years after he signed his contract. He actually wrote the dictionary in 8 years, which was an amazing task at that time in the context of what the French were doing parallelly. So do read up about him, find better heroes, create better heroes in your life, be a better person. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.